Yeah, hi. Let's take a look at competent advisory status and all those good things, because as a mortgage advisor, you're going to do all your exams and stuff like that, and you've got to get yourself fully competent, or CAS as we like to call it. So I'm going to take you through the routine in which a firm would take you through that and get you to CAS status. So really want you to understand fully what's involved. So you can think, well, it's not a breeze, because it's not. It's actually quite complicated to do. So I'm here, got some slides as well, and I'll disappear every now and then if you can't see the slides. So here's route to competent advisor status is where we're coming from. Now I call it CAPLO, which is my acronym really, which stands for compliance, advisory, placing cases, lead generation, and observation and competent advisor status. They're the 5 stages that you've got to go through in order to get CAS. Now, as you can appreciate, a company's got to do this for you, or an individual. It's going to cost them money. It's going to cost them. So you need to look at that. You need to be aware of that there is a cost involved. So let's just take a look at all the individual parts, and we'll see how it can be done as well. Now, thankfully, we're in the online world now, so we can do an awful lot of, let's get out of the way, you see that? Pre-recorded materials, online videos, podcasts, all those things. A lot can be done like that nowadays as well. Then you've got online workshops, so you don't need to travel to a venue anymore. You don't have to go to a classroom anymore. That's a bit Victorian, isn't it? You can go do it all online now with a group of people, with a good trainer that can facilitate, make it all happen for you. And then finally, the role plays and the assessments can all be done, as you can appreciate, online as well, using the video technology. So we're keeping the cost down, keeping the time down, making it a bit more modern for you to get fully authorised. Let's take a look at the detail of my little acronym for you then. So I've got for you here the full Monty, the compliance, advisory, placing cases, lead generation and observation and CAS, my CAPLO. Now there's an awful lot of information there, so I'll kind of get out of the way so you can see it. So I'm going to zoom in a bit now and take you through each part. Now the first one is compliance. Now compliance, of course, is really important. You've got to get it right. If you don't get your compliance wrong, you get ousted, you get out. And so you've got to get this bit right. There's 3 elements to it really. The first element really, in my sort of overview on the compliance, are all the things you've got to do. Advisor processes, structures, sales skills, compliance processes, requirements, suitability, disclosure, fact-find software, KPIs. All these come under compliance, and you've got to be taught how to do that. Now you're going to be taught that demonstration and testing with multiple choice tests and things. It'll all be online, or you can do some live video kind of training as well. But that's teaching the stuff. You would have learned a lot of it anyway, but they'll be telling you how the broker works, how the firm works, their particular processes, their structures, their sales process, their compliance requirements, their checklists, how do files get checked, how do you do a suitability report, how do you do disclosure, how do you do advertising, promotions, KPIs, what measurements. You're going to be taught all of that. And pre-recorded video materials and online tests can certainly test you on it and certainly teach you the topic. And you've got to get that bit right. So that's the first bit. Get that bit out of the way, showing the compliance side of things. Really important though. Then we get into the exciting part, which is the advisory skills, as I like to call it. Now this is your ability to do the job. And here we've got skills. Let's just zoom in for you. Skills, advisor capability, sales skills, communication skills, influencing skills, video advising skills. All the different skills that you need to be able to do the job. They need to be taught to you. Now they can be taught through demonstration and lots of role play. You can have pre-recorded videos on a portal which you can access and watch. You can have online workshops as well, as you can see from my little icons there. So we can teach you the topic that way, and lots of role play going on for you. So you can test yourself, get some feedback, get some good coaching. It can all be done online. Really cool part of it, but you've got to learn how to do that part, of course. Then you've got some more serious things, I suppose serious. Placing cases. A good broker has access to the mortgage market and therefore can place cases. But she's got to be able to do that. She's got to be able to place the case. She's got to be able to deal with lenders, BDMs, of course, who represent the lenders, put through dip sourcing engines, and obviously use the sourcing software, whichever one you use. So a lot of systems going on there as well. But placing cases is about experience, is about learning how to put a case away, understanding some of the more complex aspects of complex cases, which you probably didn't learn about in CMAT because it didn't cover a lot of it. So you've got to learn a lot there about placing cases, which lender would be right, how to contact lenders, how to talk to BDMs, that sort of thing as well. We can teach this to you via case studies and group discussions. Again, that can be done online. We can do that with some pre-recorded materials. We can do that with some small groups where we put case studies to you and you practice putting them away and placing those cases. Get some real advisors involved with you there as well. So real complex cases, which you can assess via advisors, can do all that for you. They can check to make sure that you're fully up to speed. So that's placing cases. Then we've got lead generation. Got to get your business. Depends on the marketplace that you're in. But if you get the business, of course, then you can actually trade and get some work done. Now here we're talking about prospecting, business acquisition, lead generation, appointment making skills, social selling, social media, all those things. Pre-recorded video sessions can deal with that quite happily. And we can do some live online sessions as well, just to sort of teach you some of the social selling aspects of the job, how to do online seminars, that sort of thing. Now to assess this, we're going to get you doing a presentation of your first 6 months of lead generation. What's your plan? What's your goals for lead generation? How are you going to do it? Because you need a structure. You need to be structured. You need to have a plan for that. So that's lead generation. Then finally, the best bit is your actual observation and CAS. This is where we get to observe you, giving advice to clients, fact-find interviews, presentation interviews, doing all the right T&C requirements, all the compliance requirements, all the skills have been demonstrated as well. Lots and lots of full meeting role plays there where you're actually dealing with clients, I mean real ones, you know, that talk back to you, and you can actually get some coaching to start with, and then we'll actually assess you via live observation using Zoom and an observation aid, an assessment aid to make sure you're up to speed. Using Zoom to talk to your clients, or the telephone, whichever method you prefer to use, and we can then sign you off, and that's observation and CAS. So there we have CAPLO, or a little bit down there about how to get ongoing assessment, because you've got to carry on doing this beyond just the CAS, by the way, CPD and live observations all the time. So that's CAPLO, which is the short acronym, if you like, for how you get yourself CAS. Now the good news is a lot of that is fully automated. In the compliance side, we can do a lot of pre-recorded videos, a lot of online lessons as well. In the advisory skills, a lot of online pre-recorded videos teaching you the skills, etc., and then a lot of role play and feedback. For the placing cases, that's a case of getting case studies and getting some advisor help to guide you through that. Lead generation, we can teach you that online, either pre-recorded videos or live online workshops. And then obviously the observation and CAS, we can do that via video with clients and give you feedback and give you coaching, all those good things. So there we have my route to competent advisor status, CAPLO. Hope you found that useful. I'm Paul Archer.